What is up, everybody? Solomon here. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic Saturday. All right, so I have not been around for the past couple of days. Unfortunately, my back threw out yesterday, which really sucks. That's kind of the old Navy injury type thing creeping back up on me. So for anybody on Patreon, I did add Discord last night, so that we can hopefully talk a little bit more consistently here, and this is going to be easier for me to post research as well. I did want to get into a couple of things tonight, though, and make this video just because of the fact that we've got some big news regarding the Spark airdrop, if that's what you want to call it, today. If you see any scam ads on this video, please do not participate in those. First and foremost, this is from just yesterday, and this is from Flare Networks. Currently at Coinbase does not support this snapshot, and this is in 7 days. Now, this is yesterday. Exchange is not supporting the airdrop. This is from Status, by the way. He is the dude that does all of the XRP community posters. I very much so recommend going to his Twitter. These posters are awesome. I actually signed up to become an affiliate of the next poster release so that I can get my hands on a free one. I don't get any money from that. I just want the community poster. And you guys definitely check it out. They're awesome. So, but this was funny. Exchange is not supporting the airdrop 100% Coinbase. So yeah, but we just got news today. Great news for a lot of people in the XRP community that do want to put their trust in Coinbase. I know that there's some people that don't like Coinbase whatsoever. My personal opinion, Coinbase is the easiest on and off gateway into the digital asset marketplace for people that are not as technologically adept to, get onto these exchanges where you have to actually go through some certain things from a trading standpoint or whatever it may be, a user interface standpoint. So I think that this is really good for adoption. And I'm certainly glad that Coinbase is supporting the Spark airdrop. So this is announced like 17 minutes ago. Coinbase will support at Flare Network Spark airdrop. Customers in approved jurisdictions, so I don't think this is New York, and I think, what is it? Is it Texas? Customers in approved jurisdictions who hold XRP in their accounts on the snapshot date of December 12th will qualify to receive Spark tokens. We plan to distribute the airdrop after the Flare Network launch. We'll go to the full article release here. And this is big, people, just because, like I said, there are people that just are just more comfortable with Coinbase, or maybe just Coinbase and one external wallet, like a Ledger, or what is the other one? The Allocation, which I helped. I believe it was Rebecca in the XRP community. She had not received her Allocation yet, and Coinbase wasn't going to support, but we knew Kraken was potentially going to, and I will show you here in a second. Binance US has also announced that, and if you haven't ever transferred digital assets off of Coinbase onto another digital asset exchange, sometimes they hold those funds if it's an unknown wallet, like for like 3 days or whatever it may be. So she reached out to me, and I tried to direct her in the best way that I possibly knew, because she didn't have an external wallet to connect to. So, and some people that's just more comfortable for. So Coinbase to support Flare Network Spark airdrop, though. If you're an eligible customer holding an XRP balance on Coinbase or Coinbase Pro, and that is big for me because I do have some targeted sell orders, not a lot of my XRP, actually a very, very, very small amount that I have on Coinbase Pro with sell orders in place. I will apparently receive this snapshot for even those. On December 12th, 2020, 0000, so midnight AM, UTC. You will receive Spark tokens from Coinbase at a later date after the Flare Network launch. The amount of Spark you'll receive depends on how much XRP you had in your account at the time of the snapshot. So this is big. Sends and receives will be disabled before the snapshot time and resume shortly after the snapshot is complete. Additional information about the airdrop will be available in the coming days. So this, I think, is just gigantic for the people that do utilize Coinbase. We do know that it's a very huge platform in the digital asset space, regardless of what you think about Coinbase or not, regardless of what you think about the fees or not on Coinbase. This is big. So I'm going to certainly present this. Binance US also going to provide XRP balance snapshots in advance of Flare distribution. So now we've got essentially, and I think Kraken you could include in this as well. The more so regulated exchanges, or what you would consider regulated exchanges in the United States, supporting XRP and supporting the Flare Network Spark allocation to XRP holders, which is, in my opinion, is absolutely fantastic. Big news, and I'm just glad to see it, because I think a lot of people were probably worried about this and scrambling as to what to do. You know, I personally will be I will be participating in the Spark allocation, probably like 90% through my ledger. But I know that other people have different storage options. That's just my personal choice. I know some people have said they're going to go through the through Zoom. I know, or XUMM. I pronounce it Zoom. That's probably wrong, but I don't care. But you know, many people are not comfortable with taking their digital assets off of exchanges. That's their opinion. That's their prerogative. They can do whatever they want to do. I saw this yesterday. Now, this all depends on how much stock you want to take in these comments, because we all know, even from Brad Garlinghouse, that we've got multiple different regulators in the United States that are potentially coming up with different sorts of regulation. This is the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency. This is Brian Brooks. He is the head of the OCC. Essentially, he is the head of the head banking regulator in the United States. So, cryptocurrency regulations coming soon. Now, this is 6 to 8 weeks out from here, is what he is stating. New regulations for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are being developed and will be rolled out within 6 to 8 weeks. Brian Brooks, acting comptroller of the currency, told CNBC on Friday. They are trying not to kill innovation, and I hope that they don't. Now, I did want to present this today as well. The Polkadot multi-chain, building out the blockchain superhighway. A lot of the assets that I've been looking into, trying to present to Patreon, will certainly be looking into more so, and doing more Patreon work here after today, once this back is going to be cleared up here today, I'm hoping. I've seen so much about Polkadot, though. Like, even when you dive into like the top 2,000, if I'm looking for potential like 100x opportunities, I'm not saying that these big assets with big market caps are not going to certainly do that in the future when we have utility prices and utility valuations come aboard, but there's still going to be value that's coming about in these smaller caps, because there's obviously continued innovation across the board here. Innovation doesn't stop because we're in a bear or a bull market. Certainly not. I would be actually remiss in saying that most times some of the biggest companies in the history of companies have come out of a bear market. We've been in a bear market for the past 3 years. We obviously are not in a bear market now, but there are certainly digital assets out there that are going to 100 and 1,000x. Even in this speculative bull run that is, I believe that this next bull run is still very much so speculative, going to happen. So I have seen so much on Polkadot, it is ridiculous. So Kusame, I believe, is their testnet, or it's kind of a shitty way to say it, testnet. It's not really a testnet, but these are parachains. Essentially, this is being called the Ethereum killer. You know, I don't know if this is the Ethereum killer or not. Ethereum's pretty big, but I recommend very much so looking into Polkadot and some of the projects building into the Polkadot ecosystem as well. So let's move forward here a little bit further. XRP USD, last and not least, I did want to present this. XRP fluctuating between like 58 and 62 cents today. I found an interesting, and again, I'm not a technical analyst whatsoever, but these are Keltner channels. And if you go into the XRP chart here, you can do a couple of different things, okay? These Keltner channels, now these are the moving averages. This is the 21 week and the 50 week, okay? Yellow's the 21 week, 50 is the, I'm colorblind, but this is like, it's like gray blue to me. I'm legitimately colorblind, I'm not lying to you. But these lines here are like these Keltner channels, okay? Now the daily, we can show we broke below, and these are essentially, from my understanding, like distances away from certain moving averages. Keltner channel is a technical analysis indicator showing a central moving average line plus channel lines at a distance above and below. Now, there's also Bollinger Bands, which we've heard about in the past as well when you look into this stuff. But as soon as you zoom in, you start seeing obviously more volatility because you're zooming in on something. Now, this is the daily chart. These are the Keltner channels on the daily chart, okay? We essentially just broke down below this, okay? But we've got our 21-week moving average raising up, which historically, if you're not aware, has held us as support in these previous bull markets. This is right now. Somebody asked me a couple days ago, what am I looking at for XRP? I'm looking at like 53 cents, 54 cents, 55 cents, something like that. I'm hoping we don't break below that because my 21 week is raising to support those levels. We're inside the we're inside right below the first level of the Keltner channel here, and that's not unnormal in this. If we look back in the left and look back at what happened in previous history on the daily chart, okay? Again, I'm not a technical analyst whatsoever. However, we can see on the daily back here, this is March 2017. We broke below kind of in this Keltner channel here, below the first level, barely closed the candle below the second level here. And you can see that right here, 20th of April, 2017. And this is daily. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 days in. I believe that if I pulled up today's date, we're like 4 or 5 days in, right? And then we started rising above and holding that channel of support. And then we broke above it again. Now, if you go to the weekly, what did we do here in December, though? Yeah, what happened after we really broke below this first channel here and through the second channel? Is that May of 2017? Hang on, sorry, guys. Okay, this is May of 2017. What was I looking at here? Okay, April. A lot of consolidation, obviously. Then we got into the gigantic pump. This is like December, right? What I wanted to say, though, is like, this is not new. So this is December. We did break below again on the daily, but we were just wicking down below the first trend line here on the daily. So I don't do analysis whatsoever. I'm trying to find trends that like align here. So these are all wicks. You can tell there's no candle bodies closing below this first Keltner channel here during the parabolic rise that we had in like December for XRP. We are seeing some candles close on the daily more recently, though, obviously. Hold on. Yeah, we've got 1, 2, actually 3 candles that closed. Now, if you pull up the weekly, though, which is interesting, you don't really see, if you take the 2 previous past bull runs here, shit, I just messed up my trend line. You don't really see candles closing on the weekly down into these Keltner channels here for these parabolic rises until we get into consolidation. What you do see, if you actually do a little bit more onto here, you can see that the 21 week is actually supporting this rise here. And again, the only time that we really saw a break below this first Keltner channel was the consolidation period before the second parabolic run, and then the bear market, okay? And right now, we are still very much so sitting above this first channel on the weekly. On the daily, again, I fumble through this stuff because I just find this interesting to me. Like, I find these things interesting. I'm trying to find patterns here. On the daily, we're obviously in this right below the first Keltner channel, away from the moving average line here. And we've done something similar in the past to this as well. So, all right, enough of the nonsense there with charting that I have no idea about. I'm just trying to find patterns. Yeah, Spark being supported by Coinbase is huge. Spark being supported by Binance US is huge. I think this hopefully alleviates some concerns for members of the XRP community. And, you know, personally, I'm not going to get out of those auto-triggered sell orders that I have on Coinbase Pro, although that's a very small allocation of my bag. The majority of my Spark participation for the snapshot is going to be accommodated through my ledger, but that's just my opinion. I think the XRP community was very much so waiting on this, and I'm glad to see it come about. Curious to see what the OCC says in the next 6 to 8 weeks as well. I hope we have more initiatives just besides what they say. I hope this is a joint initiative across the multiple regulatory bodies in the United States here. I'm curious to see what comes about of that, but I doubt that that's going to be the case. Again, I'm bullish. I'm always bullish. Had about an hour-long conversation with Darren tonight about this platform we're going to be rolling out here over the next month or so. And yeah, again, I hope you guys all have a great rest of your weekend. Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you happen to be in the world. And if there is news tomorrow, I will certainly present it. Don't participate in scams. All right. I will see you guys later. Bye.